Hello, this is the Mind's Anatomy. I'm a spiritual healer and I'm here to teach you to how to use your mind properly. Everyone has these qualities or these factors. In Buddhism, they call mental factors, but they're just like functions of the mind. So first we have the energy, the life force, the soul, the consciousness. It's all in the middle. It's from the primordial force. It kickstarts all of these together. Just imagine this is your mind, and you require energy to make all of this work. So that's just like in the simplest way of saying. And then you have the attention. Attention is what you put your mind on. So attention can be everywhere. It can be in a thought, or it can be an emotion. It's basically where you place your energy in your consciousness field. You have feelings, of course, feelings, emotions. This is just everything that you feel deeply. So it is part of the mind or the soul. And you have the senses, which are physical. The physical feelings, the metaphysical feelings, so like the third eye and so on and so forth. So they're senses. And then you have perception, which is the way you understand things, the way you understand your reality, the way you understand what's inside and what's outside. So it governs your knowledge as well, but we'll get to it later. And then you have concentration. So all of this energy has to go somewhere. If it's scattered, then it goes everywhere. But when it's concentrated, you can focus on one particular thing. So let's say you're thinking about fish. So that's your concentrated. And then the direction of putting all of this energy is intention. So if you intend to focus on the fish, then you have concentration on the fish, right? So now your mind focuses, your attention is on the fish, you're intended to focus on the fish, and then it has concentration of your energy into the fish. And so that's kind of like the basic understanding of our mind's anatomy. And if I can go over them again, so like, before we have the mind, there is the infinite or the primordial force that governs all the minds, of all minds aspects. So everything that has to do with our mind, like anything part of our mind, it's governed by this force, which I call them God, divinity, God within you, however you would like to call it. This is just like this feeling of energy, vitality that's always within us, always within, without, just like you just have to feel it, and it's hard to describe. So it always starts with this one, and then all of these stuff, they kind of happen together. They always belong to each other. As you can see here, it's always together. So you start with attention, where you focus the object, your thought. So let's say you're thinking about something, so you're attentive to that thought. Then you have senses. Senses are like physical sensations, metaphysical sensations. So think of like the Holy Spirit, like when you meditate and you feel something, or the feeling of peace. So, they're kind of like together. As always, these things are together. So like when you feel peace, you have also emotions of serenity, like tranquility. And then of course it gives you attention, right? If, for a moment you're not thinking of anything, right? But you might be thinking of, let's say, a beautiful day in a park where there was nothing, and you have an absolute, time of your life. And so these things come together. So the park allows you to feel the peace, sense peace deeply and physically in the body, and also metaphysically. So it could be like your sense, the connection to the divine, the connection to the energy, or connection to everything around you, the person, the plant. And yeah, and so that's kind of like what's inside, right? So like that's like our home, our temple. And then we have, beyond the senses, right, we have the perception, which is which is everything that we experience in our reality and how we understand them. So to have perception, we need to have knowledge, and we need to have basically understanding of what we are seeing. So this is a fish, and that is basically our perception. We understand it's a fish, but if you know, looking at this, maybe somebody would say, oh, that's a person, but it could be, I don't know, it could be a man or a woman. So depending how you perceive it, some say, well, this person has no gender, and that's basically depend on their perception, because this is just a stick man, and obviously it has no gender, just a drawing. Anyway, and then you have concentration, that's, you know, pretty clear here, and intention. And these are the things that we can control, like that I feel like we can eventually control all of these when we master our spirituality and master our awareness. But in particular, this concentration and intention are something that we can easily grasp at a very basic level. Everyone knows what it means to concentrate. Everyone knows what it means to have an intention. And so to take the thing you can take for this lesson is that when you understand this concept, where your energy is coming from and where your intention of putting the energy and where you are focusing in your life, and where concentration of this energy is, you can really shape who you are and what you do, your actions, the things around you. It can help you in the process of healing, and it can help you in the process of learning things. It can help you navigate through all the lives. Like, it's truly magnificent. Like, when you truly understand all of these things happening at every second of the way you're being, you really like ascend. Like, I guarantee you, when you realize this and practice meditating on these factors, you will be so thankful that you do it, because it truly changed my life. It truly changed my life. And so I hope you for the best, and I hope everything is you can understand everything. I'm sorry if I misspoke anything. My DM is open if you have any questions. So thank you.